Chanhassen and Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Now we're starting on the front for the visiting Chaska Chanhassen. Starting in goal, number 1, Leah Thunberg. On defense, number 3, Callie Lindsay. For defensive partners, number 8, Lizzie Plato. Starting at center is number 9, Palmer Prosser. On the wing, number 97, Madison Roberts. And on the other wing, number 28, Ella Schuler. Now we're starting lineup for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Starting in next, number 1, Joy Landmeyer. On defense is number 10, Aubrey Rolla. For defensive partners, number 17, Charlotte Bender. Starting out wing is number 8, Myla Bigley. On the other wing is number 14, Helen Lewis. And their center, number 4, Drew Taylor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and play our national anthem.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Super Rink here in Blaine, Minnesota. 2022-2023 Danglefest action coming right at you. The 10A championship game pitting the Centennial-Spring Lake Park Panther Cougars. I think that's what, no, maybe they're the Cats. I don't remember what their nickname is. And Chaska Chanhassen should be a dandy. The puck is down. We are already underway, but while we have a moment before a scoring chance, we'll introduce today's starters. From Chaska Chan in goal, number 1, Lydia Thunberg. The skaters in front of her, number 3, Callie Lensing, number 8, Lizzie Blado, number 9, Palmer Prosser, number 28, Ella Schuler, and number 97, Madison Roberts. The starting lineup for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Number 1, Jory Landmeyer in goal. The skaters ahead of her. Number 4, Drew Taylor. Number 8, Myla Bigley. Number 10, Aubrey Frost. Number 14, Helen Lewis. And number 17, Charlotte Renberg. Puck is down. 11:15 to go in the first period. We play 12-minute periods here at the Danglefest in the 10UA, 10UB, and 12UB divisions. 12A, 15B, and 15A will play 14-minute periods. You can view all 6 of the Danglefest Championship games via live stream. The link is at the top of the homepage on youthhockeyhub.com. That's youthhockeyhub.com. Shooting on goal. I can stop my robot voice now. We are officially underway with our first shot on goal, turned aside by Centennial-Spring Lake Park's Jory Landmeyer. The cries of "move your feet" echoing throughout Rink 1 here at the Super Rink, and it truly is super. Centennial-Spring Lake Park chipping the puck into the neutral zone. Here comes Chaska Chan. It's a shot attempt, didn't get there. The shot attempt by Eloise Lundeen ran into a CSLP skate. Out of the top and carried out, wearing the captain band today for CSLP, number 12, Allison Zins, and it's in! Oh my! A dream start for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Allison Zins puts the Cougar Panthers ahead 1-0 with 9:44 to go in the first period. The Chaska Chan goaltender Lydia Thunberg getting some reassuring pats on the shoulder. A very long-range goal. That's Zins unassisted for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. We'll see if the Stormhawks can bounce back. Here's another chance for CSLP. A Fandon shot, and now Chaska Chan will have a 2-on-1, carrying it ahead. Roberts into the middle. Here's a shot on goal. Glove save! And held on to by Lundmeyer. Of the face-off in the Centennial-Spring Lake Park zone. Addie Jensen will take the draw on the offensive end for Chaska Chan. The face-off, however, is won by True Taylor. And Centennial-Spring Lake Park will chase the puck down in the neutral zone, taking it away from Ella Schuler. Now to Burke. Burke off the wall. Dumped in by Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Puck wrapped around the Chaska Chan net, held in. Madison Roberts doing battle with True Taylor down in the other end. Officially the second season of the Centennial-Spring Lake Park Girls Hockey Co-op. The boys programs remain uncombined. The shot attempt by Chaska Chan, intercepted and turned back towards the boards. Madison Roberts attempting a centering pass. No dice on that one. Here's Roberts trying a shot. Stopped by Lundmeyer. Excuse me, Landmeyer. Puck is down in the CSLP zone. There's a shot on goal that is blocked and carried into the neutral zone by Macy Kobeska, who's chasing it down. Palmer Prosser scoops up the loose puck and bumps Kobeska into the boards, now wrapped around. The shot on goes off the side of the cage. Lensing, excuse me. Off the boards to the blue line. Here's a long shot on. That goes wide. A shot by Rag and Clark flutters to the right of the Chaska Chan net. Here's a chance for the Stormhawks, carrying it heads Svobodny. Svobodny at the top of the circle, winding and firing. And Centennial-Spring Lake Park's Reagan Clark got a stick on it, deflects it wide. 6:50 to go in the first period. CSLP leading 1-0. Nobody out front for Chaska. All three forwards stuck below the goal line. Bobbling puck, gloved and held onto by Landmeyer. The face-off and the... Yeah, I'm still here, Greg. You don't have to look at me like that. Into the middle, here's a chance for Chaska right on. Stopped by Landmeyer. Landmeyer certainly up to the task here in the opening frame. Pena for Chaska on the backhand. Slips it through a pair of skates. It's gathered up by defender Charlotte Renberg. Renberg peeling behind her own net. Sends it off the wall, and now here's a possible 2-on-1 for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Zins throws it ahead to Lewis. Lewis firing. Big save by Chaska-Chan's Thunberg. So after an uncharacteristic long goal allowed by Thunberg, she has been rock solid for the Stormhawks. Why would they switch goalies on me? Well, gosh dang it, Centennial-Spring Lake Park. I swear Landmeyer was the starter. She was. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, Greg. That's why we have a producer now in net for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Number 31, Hadley Shea. The shot on, rainbowed over the head of a couple of players. He was a long shot. That bobbles towards the net. Sticked away by Thunberg. Wrapped around into the corner. A centering try. Gets to Prosser. Prosser cannot clear. A backhand attempt by Nalepka goes wide. True Taylor goes wide. At the blue line, it is out. I think the Centennial-Spring Lake Park defender was the only one who knew it was out. Content to regroup in the neutral zone. CSLP will turn it right back up. Puck rolling around, tried to get it to Madison Roberts on the opposite side, did the defender, and ends up eventually on the stick of Ella Schuler, who will dump it in. That'll be icing with 5 minutes to go in the first period. Centennial-Spring Lake Park will line up for the offensive zone faceoff just to the left of Thunberg. Stormhawks win the draw. And eventually clears. Svobodny able to clear the zone. They'll wave off icing here with 4:45 to go in the opening period. Now 3 Centennial-Spring Lake Park players going on 1 Stormhawk. Eventually they clear to open ice, centered right back into the middle of the CSLP zone. Avery Schatzko trying to clear. We'll have another icing. So after a fairly free-flowing few opening half of the period, we've had 3 icings in what feels like the last 10 seconds. Allie Zins wins the draw for CSLP and gets it to the sideboards. It's held in nicely at the blue line by Burke, but her dump-in attempt goes off a skate. And the Stormhawks able to hold it in. Svobodny centers it to Sorensen. Sorensen's shot. No danger of getting all the way to Hadley Shea. The top of the circle, there's a shot by Zins that flutters wide, chasing it down. It's Nalepka, and it's taken away from her. Flying all over the ice is Chaska Chan's number 27, Reyes Svobodny. Svobodny flips the puck ahead. It's intercepted by Centennial-Spring Lake Park and dumped right back into the Chaska Chan zone. Burke puts on the brakes and spins away from trouble. Her clearance attempt is intercepted. Now sent towards net, bobbling puck, knocked away by Thunberg. Tapped ahead, held in by Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Burke on the backhand, held in at the line. The defenders for Centennial-Spring Lake Park doing an excellent job of maintaining zone possession. CSLP skater goes down, trying to play the puck from her knees. That's number 12, Allie Zins. She's got the lone goal so far. CSLP leading Chaska 1-0 here late in the first period. The 2022-2023 Danglefest 10A title game. Excuse me. Knocks back at the blue line. A defender goes down. Here's a chance for Chaska to even the score. Chipped ahead, and the Stormhawks are offsides. So a possible odd player rush. Unfortunately for the Stormhawks, turns into an offsides call. 2:24 to go in the first period. Puck is down. True Taylor wins the draw for Centennial-Spring Lake Park, but the D try to go D to D, and it's very nearly intercepted by Chaska Chan's Eloise Lundeen. So the Stormhawks going to work down low in the Centennial-Spring Lake Park end off the boards. Witheridge can't get to the puck before Kylie Hicks. Kylie Hicks sends it off the boards, just out of reach of the wing. Now tapped through the neutral zone. Peeling around is Callie Lensing. Lensing has it poked away by Mila Begley. Mila, we'll go with Mila. 1:48 to play in the first period. The sources close to the situation say that we are officially underway on the other rink, running about 30 minutes behind over on whichever rink we're using. We had some technical difficulties, not on our part, on the Zamboni's part. Over on rink 1, so we apologize for the delay in getting that broadcast off the ground. Here come the Stormhawks at the dot, winding and firing. Chest save by Shea. And the loose puck swept away by Kylie Hicks. Hicks up the boards and sent into the neutral zone by Bigley. Mila Bigley. He's listed as a defender, but looks to be playing forward today. Chaska Chan will switch defenders. Do I detect a hint of line matching here at the 10A championship game? Madison Roberts turns and fires. It's in front. Loose puck, trying another shot. And Centennial-Spring Lake Park's Aubrey Frost gets a stick on it. She gets a stick on it again. So back-to-back chances for Chaska Chan rejected by the CSLP defender Aubrey Frost. Into the middle. Here's another chance. That's tipped just wide. Chaska Chan's Ella Schuler getting her backhand on it and sending it just a foot wide of the CSLP net. In front, Roberts pinching down. Roberts off the boards, tries a centering pass, goes off the stick of Lichter. Rolling all the way down. Thunberg thought about covering, opted not to. Now the puck comes to Schuler. Schuler sends it ahead. Here's a chance for Jensen. Jensen at the top of the circle. She sends it off. Here's a shot. That was never on target. 20 seconds to go in the first period. Schuler tries to dump it in. That's sent right back by Frost. Aubrey Frost having a solid defensive game so far. Certainly an excellent shift. 3 seconds to go. They won't get a shot off. So after one period of play, Centennial-Spring Lake Park 1, Chaska Chan 0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds after a word from our sponsor.
Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Welcome back, folks. 12 minutes on the board. The second period on deck, the 10A Danglefest Championship game. And wouldn't you know it, Centennial-Spring Lake Park, the Cougars have switched goaltenders once again. Jory Landmeyer is back in net for the Cougars. We'll try to keep an eye on that. We'll see if they switch again. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. I'm trying to forgive myself more in the new year, Greg. Trying to be nicer to myself. A face-off won by the Cougars, but it comes all the way down into the Centennial-Spring Lake Park end. Nobody home to keep that puck from getting out of the Chaska zone. 1-0 Centennial-Spring Lake Park after the first 12 minutes. Cougars looking to build on that lead. The Stormhawks looking to equalize. Svobodny loses the handle, lost the puck, but caused the Centennial player to lose her stick. That's carried out by Alexis Nalepka. Nalepka slides it to the blue line, Paige Lewis. Lewis sends it towards the net. Now the loose puck is gathered up by Allie Zins. Zins to the top. It stays onside. There's a shot wide right for Thunberg. And Chaska just not mustering enough puck support to really maintain any zone possession. So the Cougars will carry it out to the blue, to the red. Dumped in, the puck rolling, rolling, rolling like a wagon wheel. The Centennial goes for a change. Here's a clearance attempt. Held in, firing. Wide left. The shot coming on from Charlotte Renberg. To the blue line. There's another shot. It gets all the way through. Here's a kind of a twist and shout moment there. Turning and firing. Knocked away by Thunberg. Chaska finally able to clear. Comes to Witheridge. Witheridge looks up and realizes she is all alone. Witheridge lost the handle after being enveloped by a gaggle of Cougars. There's a shot. It's under a pad. Where is it? Where is it? Very scary moment there for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. They avoid giving up the equalizer. Thought that was pretty close to sliding under the pad of Jory Landmeyer, but she stays strong. We'll have the face-off in the Centennial-Spring Lake Park zone. The puck is down, and for a moment, Chaska had possession and almost immediately gave it up as the Cougars dumped the puck in. 9:48 to go in the second period. Centennial-Spring Lake Park leading Chaska Chanhassen 1-0. Lensing tosses it off the boards. That is offsides. How did these teams get here? Centennial-Spring Lake Park enters today's game with a record of 4-0, a 4-3 win over the same Chaska team in the opening game. An 11-1 win over Thunder Bay, a 5-2 victory over Rosemount, and a 3-1 win over Eden Prairie in the semifinals. The leading scorers for Centennial-Spring Lake Park are number 12, Allie Zins, now with 6 goals and 10 points. Number 2, Alexis Nalepka, 2 goals and 8 points. Drew Taylor, 5 goals, 7 points. And number 11, Paige Lewis, with 5 goals and 7 points. The Stormhawks, 3-1 coming into today. That aforementioned loss to Centennial-Spring Lake Park was followed by 3 victories over Rosemount, Thunder Bay, and then a 2-1 win over Edina last night in the semis. The leading scorers for the Stormhawks, number 97, Madison Roberts, number 28, Ella Schuler. Here's a chance for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Shooting, toe save, rebound, scores! What a play! Oh, my goodness, what a play by the Cougars. Gathers up her own rebound, and from her knees, number 7, Macy Kabeska, taps it home. So Macy Kabeska extends the Cougar lead to 2-0. Avery Schatzko with the assist on the goal. There is icing. Should finish my original thought. Palmer Prosser, also one of the Chaska leading scorers with 3 goals and 7 points. But for right now, it's Centennial-Spring Lake Park holding on to a 2-0 lead with 8:35 to go in the second period. Here's another chance for the Cougars. Nalepka fires it all the way across, trying to get it to Lewis. Lewis puts on the brakes, looking for an option, quickly taken over by a pair of Chaska skaters. Now to the blue line, Aubrey Frost holds it in. Frost having a nice game for the Cougars. Here's Zins. Zins on the backhand, shooting. Oh, very close to going in. The Cougars adding so much pressure. You have to wonder if Chaska Chan's got a shot to get on the board and climb out of this 2-0 hole. Lewis can't hang on to it. It's dumped back in by Chaska Chan, sticked away by Aubrey Frost. The blue line. Frost, now Renberg. Renberg on her backhand, retreats behind her own net. Renberg puts on the brakes, being pressured by Madison Roberts, who slides it to Palmer Prosser. Prosser out in front looking for Schuler. Schuler was stick lifted, unable to get a shot off. Here's a bouncing puck, swept away and out by Paige Lewis. Zins racing for that puck, tries a stick lift, can't gather it up in time for a shot. 7:15 to go in the second period. Here's Schuler. Schuler skating ahead. A couple of Centennial-Spring Lake Park players go down. Here's the centering try. It slides all the way through. Winding, firing. Oh, just wide. Gosh almighty, a scoring chance for Chaska Chan goes unrealized as Lensing's shot floats wide. Madison Roberts on the half wall, dumps it down to Schuler. Schuler chips it ahead, bouncing puck. Nobody can get enough of a stick on it. The referee loses sight, blows a whistle. The face-off in the Centennial-Spring Lake Park zone to the right of Landmeyer. Is down, Lizzie Blado. Thought about shooting, opts to dump it back in. Svobodny into the middle on the backhand. That is sent right back behind the net. Here's a wraparound try. It was Sydney Sorensen. Big save by Landmeyer. Here comes True Taylor. Taylor beats Blado wide. Taylor tries a long shot. It slips through the wickets of Lydia Thunberg, but fortunately for the Stormhawks, it goes wide. Taylor still pressuring. Boy, True Taylor everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I mean that as the highest of compliments. Off the wall, here's a shot. Knocked back by Lensing. Taylor turns, sends it back to the point. Reagan Clark firing. Rebound. No one from the Cougars can get a stick on it. Here's a chance. Sent ahead by Frost. It trickles forward. Nearly another chance for Mila Bigley. Bigley couldn't find the puck. Chaska Chan flips it ahead. Gave it right to a Cougar, who gave it right back to a Stormhawk. Now Bigley goes behind her own net, tries to step away from a Chaska Chan player. They both go down in a heap, very nearly taking out the referee. A penalty is called. And we'll see who goes to the box. It'll be 2 minutes roughing on the Cougars. The Cougars have also switched netminders. I got it that time, Greg. Landmeyer will go to the bench. Hadley Shea will take over for Shea. Still trying to figure out why we're so excited over taking a penalty. 5:18, here's a long shot. Knocked away. Mila Bigley will sit the 1:34 the penalty, just over 5 minutes to go in the second period. So if Chaska Chan was looking for a chance to get back on the board, this would be a good one. Schuler has it knocked away. That's Piper Lichter providing the pressure for the Cougars. Sent into the middle, a centering pass, intercepted by Lichter. Lichter bangs it off the wall, but doesn't go forward, tries it again. We are offsides, 52 seconds to go in the Chaska Chan power play, 4:39 to go in the second period. Here to head, knocked away by Lensing. Lensing wraps it all the way around. I was going to say held in, but it sneaks under the stick of Reagan Clark. Now Schuler racing for it, tries a centering pass. A wonderful defensive play by the Cougars. Did disrupt what could have been an excellent scoring chance for the Stormhawks. Zins muscles the puck into the neutral zone. 18 seconds to go in the power play. Schuler working her way, tiptoeing along the blue line. Can't get around Zins. She'll send it off the wall. Snapped back off the board. Zins will race with the defender. She's got Nalepka in the middle. Zins tries to go to Nalepka. It goes through a pair of skates. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. 3:40 to go in the second period. Renberg tosses it across to Hicks. Hicks sends it ahead. It ends up on the stick of a Chaska Chan Stormhawk. Long hair covering up the name. That is Lizzie Blado. Puck down and the Chaska Chan in. The Stormhawks skating it to the blue line. Now Nalepka goes down to her knees trying to clear the puck out of the zone. 4 of the 5 Stormhawks are all pinned up in the same 3-foot area. This doesn't exactly lend itself to creating scoring chances. Here's a bouncing puck. Now it's taken away. That's Zins, Zins skating it ahead up against Pena. Zins bumping into Pena's shoulders. A good stick battle between two quality players. And here comes Chaska Chan skating it ahead. This is Jensen. Jensen at the blue line, trying to go wide around Renberg. Jensen shooting too high. Addie Jensen's shot floating over the Centennial-Spring Lake Park net. Now Aubrey Frost trying to clear. She skates it ahead. It's turned right back into the Cougar zone by Lundeen. Off the wall, here's a 2-on-1 for the Cougars. Skating ahead, Paige Lewis tried to slip it to True Taylor, couldn't do it. Out of the blue line, sent ahead, that'll be icing. Blado carrying it behind her own net. Hits it to the wing, who tried to get it to the center. The puck slithered just behind Prosser. It's nearly intercepted by Sorensen. Now snapped back. Blado tosses it to the opposite side of the rink. Nobody home for the Stormhawks. 1:30 to go in the second period. Hicks pushes it ahead. They're going to wave off icing. They believe Blado could have gotten to that puck. Pulled her stick back at the last minute. Along the boards, Svobodny. Svobodny behind her own net. She'll carry off the wall. Ends up giving it right back to Reagan Clark. Clark dumps it in deep. Svobodny into the middle, just out of reach of Sorensen. Cougars will dump it back in. Now again off the wall and dumped right back in again. 50 seconds to go in the second period. Excuse me. A couple of players tangled up in the Chaska Chan zone. Waiting, and dumps it in. Wow. Oh, a heads-up play from Reagan Clark, waiting ever so patiently for her team to get onside. Clark dumps it in, chewing some time off the clock. We are in the final 20 seconds of the second period. Here's an attempt from the blue line. Doesn't get all the way to the net. The Cougars dump it in. They are content to work this clock. As long as the puck is in the purple end of the rink, they feel okay. Pinned up along the boards. There's the buzzer. So through two periods, Centennial-Spring Lake Park leads Chaska Chanhassen 2-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with period number 3 after a word from our sponsors.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brew Pub
Up next, Centennial-Spring Lake Park leading 2-0 over Chaska Chan. We'll see if the Cougars can extend their lead, and we'll see if the Stormhawks can mount a vigorous comeback, and this is one way to do it. Jensen has Roberts in the middle, gets it over to her. Roberts, just couldn't handle the puck early enough to get a shot off. Oh. Well, that's too bad. That could have been a nice little play there for the Stormhawks. In any case, play resumes. Aubrey Frost Trying to clear. It's taken away by Schuler. Schuler centering. Whoa! It rolls off the stick of Landmeyer. The Cougars have changed goaltenders once again. This is the third different time that Landmeyer has come out onto the ice, rotating evenly with Hadley Shea. Schuler tries a centering pass off the blocker of Landmeyer. Now in front, Burke winding, firing. It's up, it's down, it's on the ice, it's still loose. Burke trying again, fans on the shot. Burke muscles it towards the net, it's bouncing. It goes off the side of the cage. Jensen, it's taken away by the Cougars, and Frost will carry it to the boards. Frost chips it into the middle. Roberts on the backhand into the boards. Roberts, Schuler, and Jensen all huddled together in a tripod, trying to take that puck away from the Cougars. It is swept out of the Cougar zone by Mila Bigley. There's a chance for the Stormhawks again. Nice play by Schuler to get the puck to Prosser. Prosser working away towards net. She scores! What a goal by Palmer Prosser! Hey, we got a ball game here. So with 10:05 to go in regulation, Palmer Prosser beats Landmeyer glove side to pull the Stormhawks within one. We'll throw it down to Jack Senden for the official goal call, and I believe it'll read Prosser from Schuler. I'm not quite sure it was Witheridge, but we'll go with it. So Prosser from Witheridge, the official call as the Stormhawks carry it in. A couple of players go down. Now into the middle. Off of Lensing's stick, rolling into the Chaska-Chan end. Ha! I'm not crazy, Greg. Schuler gets the assist on that Chaska-Chan goal. I was going to say, my gosh, my eyes are failing me. I'm 31 years old. Please don't give me cataracts. What a cruel trick that would be. Chipped ahead on the backhand by the Cougars, now behind the Chaska-Chan net. And sent right back into the zone. That'll be offsides. That was Piper Lichter trying to whip the puck back into the Chaska-Chan end. 8:43 to go in regulation. The Centennial-Spring Lake Park lead is now down to 2-1. A chip-in attempt by the Cougars is intercepted and sent right back into the neutral zone by the Stormhawks. Aubrey Frost carries it ahead. Rolls the puck in behind the Chaska-Chan goal, where it is gathered up by Maya Burke. The puck finding a home along the sideboards. 2 Stormhawks, 2 Cougars have the biscuit pinned up against the wall. It eventually comes loose, and it's Palmer Prosser. She's got 1 goal. 2 would look pretty good on the stat sheet. Here comes Prosser. Prosser all the way, shooting off the shoulder of Landmeyer, and it goes behind the net. Lensing ahead. It stops. I thought I heard a whistle there for a second. Could have simply been a high-pitched scream. Prosser has got Svobodny. Drops it to Svobodny, who walks the line and has it poked away. Excellent poke check by Centennial-Spring Lake Park's Avery Schatzko. Eventually the puck comes to Sorensen. It's tipped away, carried ahead, pushed ahead by Ali Zins. Sorensen up to the line, intercepted. Turning it back up ice is Paige Lewis. Lewis stepping around a defender off the half wall. She goes down. Blado banks it off the boards. Runs into the referee's skate. Stormhawks still trying to clear. Held in at the line by Clark. It was off a skate, rolling wide. Here's a 2-on-2 chance for Chaska Chan. Jensen and Sorensen. And Jensen, once again, not happy about the offsides. Bangs her stick on the ice. And there's the goalie switch for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. Landmeyer comes off. Hadley Shea comes on. Here's a shot by Jensen, knocked away by Shea, thrown right into the fire. Roberts winding and firing. Shea had it in her glove. It drops down. And Shea falls on top of it and freezes. Jensen will take the face off against True Taylor. Taylor wins the draw, hustles after it, wins her own face off. How about that? Taylor up the wall, unable to clear. Stormhawks shot. Didn't get there. 6:25 to go in the third period, and the Stormhawks throwing everything they've got at the Cougar net. Turning up is Burke. Burke loses the handle, but that's all right. Jensen sweeps it into the neutral zone. Back off the wall, Renberg. Turning it up ice, carrying it is Helen Lewis. Helen into the middle. Intercepted by Burke. Burke off the boards. Held into the blue line by Aubrey Frost. Burke will try this all over again. This time can't get the puck to the blue line. It's taken by Pena. Pena working her way out of trouble in her own zone. A couple of Stormhawks go down. Here's a chance. Lewis tries to center it. It's intercepted by Jensen. Jensen turning it up. She'll skate it ahead herself. Jensen goes around Renberg. She's got enough room. Oh, that's poked away by Charlotte Renberg. A centering try. Held into the blue line. Nice play by Lensing. Lensing fires. It's loose on the back end again. Still loose. It was stopped, and the referee lost sight of it as it was pinned momentarily underneath Hadley Shea before rolling loose. So high drama here in the third period of the Danglefest 10A championship game, brought to you by Youth Hockey Hub. That's youthhockeyhub.com. Puck down, won by the Cougars. They seem to have a monopoly on face-off wins today. Lensing throws it across. Here come the Stormhawks, chipped into the middle. Here we go. Lundeen sends it towards the net. It is paddled and covered. Excuse me, by Hadley Shea. Sent ahead, Centennial-Spring Lake Park's Avery Schatzko clearing the zone. Not hard enough to account for an icing. That'll kind of work out for Centennial. A chance in transition for Chaska Chan. Blado gets it ahead and then goes for a change. Bobbling puck sent to the blue line. A one-handed play to hold the zone, sent right back out. Right back down by Bork. Whipped into the middle, chipped out of harm's way by Piper Lichter. Now Lichter battling with a Stormhawk. She goes down, centering try. Can they hold the zone? They can. Pena recovering quickly and sending it back in. Now into the middle. Piper Lichter cleared the zone once again. Burke takes it, dumps it right back in. Pena with a beautiful move, sidesteps a defender. Here's a chance for Chaska Chan. Pena shooting, and it runs into the skates of Reagan Clark. There's a shot by Jensen. Rolling puck goes wide. 3:30 to go in regulation. Zins will carry for Centennial-Spring Lake Park. She looks off a defender. She'll try to beat Pena wide. Oh, and Pena gets enough in the way where she lost the puck. A little bit of a line change here for Chaska Chan. Zins still battling with it. Jensen poked away by Renberg. Out of the wall. Couple of stick lifts. It's still loose. Still loose. It's still loose. There it is. There it is. Oh, Schuler can't get enough of a stick on it to push it past Shea. Oh, Shea is without a stick. Oh my gosh, my heart. I just about had a coronary there, Greg. Blado recovering in her own end. She drops it off. Zins is the only one there, so it's a turnover. Out of the line, dumped in from the blue line. Centennial will take that all day. Zins in front. It's intercepted. Here's Chaska Chan, a boatload of momentum. Lensing beats the defender wide. Lensing working her way in, shooting too high, too wide. It goes over the Centennial cage. Chipped into the middle. Lensing holds his own momentarily, but now it's taken away by the Cougars. That was Bigley. Dumped in. That'll be icing. So with 2:07 to go in regulation, I believe Chaska Chan will start talking about if they'd like to call timeout or not. They will call timeout. So timeout, Chaska Chan. 2:07 to go in regulation. We'll throw it to a commercial during this stoppage of play.
Is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
And we're back. The final 2:07 in regulation. Holy Hannah. An empty net for Chaska Chan. They trail Centennial-Spring Lake Park 2-1. We are officially under 2 minutes to play. Puck is down in the Centennial-Spring Lake Park zone. It comes to Pena at the top. She backhands it against the wall. Taylor sends it right back where it came from. Here is Schuler. Schuler with great wheels, great hands. She sends it into the middle, nearly creating a scoring chance. Boy, howdy, Ella Schuler has been all over the ice today. The Cougars trying to clear. They will. Chaska Chan praying that the puck rolls, and it does. They'll get an icing call. 1:33 to go in regulation. We will have another face-off in the Centennial-Spring Lake Park end. Here's a chance on the backhand for Prosser, a glove save. The shot attempt that's intercepted by Renberg. Renberg cannot clear. Schuler will dump it right back in Zins. Zins and Roberts doing battle. Zins peels away from Roberts. Stick lift, intercepted, Jensen shooting, they score! Addie Jensen with the stick lift and the goal. We are tied at 2-2 with 1:02 to play. Addie Jensen, what a phenomenal individual effort. Wow. All right, we are all tied up. Overtime in our sights unless somebody wants to be the hero. Addie Jensen unassisted. Here's a chance for the Cougars. Taylor sends it up to the blue line. She winds and fires. That is wide. That was Kylie Hicks on the shot. The Cougars, they get it towards the net. Here's a chance in front. Big save by Lydia Thunberg. 35 seconds to go in regulation. The Cougars go D-to-D. It's a nearly intercepted by Madison Roberts. The Stormhawks showing so much life here in the late stages of the game. A couple players go down. They bump into the boards. The puck is into the Cougar end. 20 seconds to go in regulation. Hicks wraps it all the way around. It's just out of reach of Zins. It'll come into the neutral zone. Aurelia Pena. Pena with a nice move at the red line. She chips it into the middle. Here's a chance. 6 seconds. They got to get a shot away. There's a shot. Oh, and a basket catch by Centennial-Spring Lake Park's Hadley Shea. 3 seconds to go in regulation. And if Shea doesn't make that catch purely, and that puck drops anywhere, there was a Stormhawk right on the doorstep. So close to netting the game winner. As it stands now, Prosser will take the offensive zone faceoff. Roberts and Schuler the other forwards. The puck is down 2-1, and we will go to everybody's favorite overtime.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub
Greg, I've always wanted a microphone in my face. I appreciate you making my dream come true. 4-on-4, 4 minutes running time, overtime here at the Danglefest. Chaska Chan with the improbable comeback, and there's the gal who scored the tying goal, Addie Jensen. She pushes it ahead. Hadley Shea will stick it away. So Renberg, Frost, Zins, and Nalepka, the 4 that Centennial-Spring Lake Park has chosen. Lensing, Jensen, Schuler, and who's the other one? Blado. The quartet for Chaska Chan. Here's Zins. Zins leaves it in front. It comes to Frost at the blue line. She fires. Bobbling. Puck trickles just wide. 3:15 to go in the overtime. Reminder, it is running time. So if we get a face-off in anybody's zone, we'll see who understands that it's running time and takes a little bit longer with their player change. Ella Schuler skating ahead. She's in front. Schuler with a chance. She goes down. It's turned back up. A big save by Shea. 2:55 to go in the overtime period. The referees letting the players play in overtime. What a novel concept. Zins and Frost have Schuler pinned up along the wall. Zins sends it to the blue line. It's Bork. Bork sends it ahead. Bouncing puck. That one goes just wide. Boy, these knuckle pucks from the blue line giving goalies all sorts of fits today. Centennial player goes down. That was Renberg who lost her skates. Now to the blue line, to the red line. Very smart play by Allie Zins, making sure there was no icing. The Stormhawks. Burke will carry it out. Beautiful play by True Taylor to head off the defender Maya Burke before she could gain too much steam out of her own zone. Hicks waiting for an option, sends it ahead. It's intercepted by Pena. Pena sends it ahead, and it goes off the skates of Reagan Clark into the corner out of harm's way for the Cougars. Just over 2 minutes to go in the running time overtime. Roberts to Burke. Burke couldn't get a shot off, loses her skates. Here's a shot by Prosser. Big save by Shea. It's loose and finally pushed away by Kylie Hicks. That wouldn't have been a penalty in regulation. I don't know what you're asking for here. In running time overtime, it is 100% bananas here in Blaine. So 1:35 to go. The clock is ticking away. Offsides was the call. We'll have the face-off just outside of the Centennial-Spring Lake Park zone. Roberts, Prosser, Blado, and Lensing. Here is Prosser. Prosser sends it ahead. Blockered away by Shea. Chaska Chan offsides once again. 1:05 to go. Prosser at the blue line ended up losing possession to Zins. Allie Zins, one of the leading scorers for this Cougar team. She'll carry it herself. Bumped by Lensing, and possession changes hands once again, and then it changed right back. Intercepted off the boards. Lensing will carry it ahead, running into a defender. Here's Prosser. Prosser's in. She shoots. It's in! The overtime winner! Palmer Prosser ends it with 18 seconds to play, and Chaska Chanhassen has won the Danglefest 10A championship game. Oh my. An incredible game won by the Stormhawks. We will present our all-tournament team in the championship trophy momentarily.
Spring Lake Park, Aubrey Frost. Also a defense from Chaska, Ariel Pena. All right, at the weight position from Centennial-Spring Lake Park, Allie Zims. At the center position, True Taylor. And our most valuable bear of the tournament at the 10A level from Chaska, Palmer Colson. Let's give all our tournament team a round of applause. Great job, guys. All right, if I can have the captain from the Centennial-Spring Lake Park come on up for your well-deserved second place runner-up trophy. Great weekend, knows where to play all the way to the left. Let's give them a round of applause. And number 2022 Danglefest 10A champion, the Chaska Chanhassen.